got a nice wide view, so you'll be able to see everything fairly well. Welcome along to your class this morning. We've got about 40 to 45 minutes of a fairly active flow class. So enjoy it, move at your own pace. So if anything doesn't work for you, come back down to either a previous version or something that you know you can handle without pushing any injuries and that kind of thing. So we don't want to cause injuries or push them, make them any worse. So take it at your own pace, don't push yourself. My name's Sarah, for those of you who I haven't met. And we're going to start today down on our backs. So grab your block, bolster, cushion, whatever you might have. Just going to check that chat. Okay, stiff neck. So if you've got a stiff neck or something like that, or any shoulder issues, this may not work overly well for you. So just come and lie down on your back. But if you're feeling healthy and well, we're going to bring that block just underneath the shoulder blades. So popping it underneath the shoulders, we're going to open out and let the head come down to the mat. So you may wish to have some form of cushion or something underneath the head. If you've got a bun in your hair or something like that, that can be useful as well, like I've got. And we're just going to open through the chest. So as I said, any back issues, neck issues and that kind of thing, just come and lie down on the mat. Still going to give you the same sort of effect. If you're lying flat on the mat, focus on bringing the shoulders down towards the mat. So a lot of us spend a lot of time at computers and that kind of thing, screens of various descriptions these days, and we can get quite rounded through the shoulders. I'm going to give you space to take about 4 or 5 breaths here. Maybe take a deep breath in through the nose and then maybe letting it all go, exhale. Maybe take a little bit of a wiggle into the fingers and toes, maybe roll out the wrists, roll out the ankles. Maybe with the hands up overhead or out to the side, cactus arms. Let's get a little bit more of an opening. Keep the belly drawn in. Slowly start to feel a little bit of engagement through the belly and a little bit of engagement through the pelvic floor. And then we'll slowly start to roll up off that block, support, whatever you might have had there. Roll that off to the side and just give yourself 2 or 3 breaths just to settle down onto the mat. Coming back to a more neutral spine. Bring the hands to the belly here. Right down on that soft part of your belly. So not up on the ribs, but down on the soft part of the belly. And focus on trying to feel that rise as you breathe in. So our diaphragm is this big muscle that runs underneath our rib cage. And as we breathe, that's designed to push down on our abdomen to create more space in the lungs for air to come in. It's natural for our belly to expand as we breathe in, as that diaphragm pushes all our abdominal organs downwards. So your anatomy lesson for the day. And then hugging the knees in towards the chest. Maybe take a little bit of a rock and a roll from side to side. Keeping the neck nice and neutral on the mat. Obviously, if you've got any back issues, taking this quite gently. Bring the legs back out so knees are directly over the hips. Feet point straight out, so you're at about a 90-degree angle, as if you're sitting in a chair, but with your back on the floor. From here, slowly taking just a couple of little toe taps, engage the belly, draw it down to the spine, really work through this core. Beautiful, let's go 4, awesome. Let's go 3, and 2, awesome. 1 more, awesome. If you like, you can stay here, otherwise extend the legs out long if you feel like something a little bit stronger, and let's go with straight legs. Right leg, and lift. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Beautiful, inhale, lift. The feet and legs stay active here, so you can see my feet. My feet are still active, they're not just flopping around. Let's go right, and lift. Left, and lift. Trying to keep the belly quite flat here. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, inhale. Hugging the knees in towards the chest. Beautiful. Take it for a little bit of a rock and a roll. And then if you want, you can rock and roll and coming all the way up, and you can roll over the feet, coming round to all fours. I'm going to come back around to the front of my mat. When you arrive in all fours, draw the belly in up towards the spine. Shoulders stay away from the ears here. Inhale, lifting up, and then exhale, round. Inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, open up, and then exhale, round through. Inhale, open, and exhale to round. Coming back to a neutral spine here. Maybe take it into a little bit of a funky cat-cow with whatever type of movement through the spine here feels good for you. So make this your little bit of the class to move however you want. So taking a couple more breaths here, just moving however you want, however your body feels like it needs. Awesome. I'm going to take about 2 more breaths here. Don't doubt yourself, so move whatever you feel your body is needing. I want you to trust your body this morning. Move in whatever way feels good for you. Modify poses as you need. So tucking the toes under, and let's lift all the way up. Down dog. Taking into our first down dog of the day. Well, first for most of us. Bend one knee, push the opposite heel down. Taking 2 more breaths here. Not just walking it out today, taking a little bit of a slow start to the class. And change over legs. Be really mindful of how your body's feeling this morning as well. Try and listen into that. If you need to go a little bit slower than what I'm cueing, do that. If you feel a need to keep up and get sweaty, then do what you need to do. Awesome. Inhale, lift up through the heels. Walk the feet forward to the hands. Beautiful. Obviously with those down dogs, if it's not working for your wrists and that kind of thing, you can come into all fours. You can even have knuckles on the floor as well if that feels better for wrists. Taking a little sway from side to side here through our forward fold. Bend through the knees, letting the chest and belly down onto the thighs to support the lower back. So check that out. We want contact between the thighs and your belly and or chest. 1 more breath. Then exhale, hands releasing down towards the mat. And inhale, slowly start to roll all the way up to stand. Beautiful, awesome. Roll out the shoulders. Then inhale, arms rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a slight tuck of the tailbone under. Engage those glutes, engage the muscles under the butt. Engage the belly, engage the core. We're going to try and keep a lot of all of this engagement throughout the whole entire class, focusing on stability around our hips. A lot of us, particularly women, once we get to a certain age, and particularly if we've had pregnancies and that kind of thing, we can get a little bit of weakness and that kind of thing around our pelvis. And we want to really strengthen all of that up to keep us stable, because our pelvis is what holds all of our body up. Inhale, arms rising all the way up, and exhale, folding all the way forward. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands and stepping the right foot back. Beautiful. From here, lower that right knee down towards the ground. Inhale, lifting up. Low lunge. So keep that engagement through the glutes, both of them. And keep that engagement through the core and belly as well. Taking one more breath in here. Exhale, hands release all the way down to the mat. Tuck the toes, and we push all the way back, down dog. Beautiful. One more breath in here. Inhale, lift to tiptoes. Hover, and then roll the body forward. Shoulders and chest come through last. Exhale, lower down to the knees. Keep it nice and controlled. Keep that stability. Keep the glutes engaged. Exhale, from here, lower all the way down to the mat. Elbows graze the ribs. Inhale to cobra. Shoulders draw back and down. Exhale to lower. One more. Inhale, cobra. Shoulders draw back and down. Exhale to lower. Tucking toes under. Plant the hands. And pushing all the way back up, down dog. Beautiful. Draw the belly in. Tip the hips high to the sky. One more breath. Inhale, lift to tiptoes. Step that right foot forward. Lower the back knee down. Inhale to lift. Beautiful. Scissor those legs together. Keep activity through the glutes and core. One more breath. Exhale, hands release down. Inhale, and exhale to step through. Half lift, and fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding. Plant the hands. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back this time. Left knee lowers. Inhale, lift to that low lunge. Awesome. Taking one more breath in here. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Tuck the toes, stepping it back. Down dog. Your option to be at all fours if that works better for you. You can stay here if you need. Otherwise, roll the body all the way forward and lower down to the knees. Awesome. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat with control. Bend the elbows. Inhale, cobra, shoulders down and back. Exhale. Tuck toes, and let's push it back through. Plank to down dog. Beautiful. One more breath in here. Inhale, lift to tiptoes, stepping the left foot through. Left knee lowers. Inhale, lifting. One more breath in here. And exhale, hands release down to the mat. Tuck the toes and stepping forward. Half lift and fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's flow through. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Beautiful. Plant the hands, stepping the right foot back. Right knee lowers down. Inhale, lift. Mixing it up this time. Let's bring that right hand down to the mat. Left hand stays lifted. Open out into a twist. Similar to last week. If you're on class last week, this will feel a little bit familiar. Pivot around, Step that left foot back long into a modified side plank. So the right shoulder stays over the right wrist here. Taking one more breath in here. Exhale, hands releasing down to the mat and pushing back, down dog. Option to stay here in down dog. Alternatively, roll the body forward, lower to the knees if you like, or stay full length, take your pick. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. So if you're coming into that up dog, make sure you're bending your elbows and the shoulders and everything can stay quite open. One more breath in here. Inhale, lift to tiptoes, stepping the right foot through to the thumb. Keep the hips lifted as you step. Inhale, lift to crescent lunge. So bend in that back knee, engage both glutes, engage the belly, engage the core to keep yourself stable. One more breath in. Exhale, hands release down to the mat, stepping forward, half lift and fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms lift again. Exhale to fold. Let's go left hand side. Inhale, half lift. Fold on the exhale. Plant the hands. Step that left leg back long to the knee. Inhale to lift. Beautiful. One more breath in here. Left hand comes down to the mat. Pivot into that twist. Beautiful. One more breath in and pivot around. Step the right foot back onto the mat right at the back. Beautiful. Keep the shoulders over one another. One more breath. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Tuck the toes, back to down dog. Beautiful. Inhale. Roll the body all the way forward. Lower to the knees if you need. Take cat-cow if you like. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, lift it back through to down dog. Taking one more breath in here. Lifting up to tiptoes. Step the left foot through to the thumb. Beautiful. Engage the glutes. Lift all the way up. Crescent lunge. You've got a slight bend in that back knee. One more breath. Exhale. Hands release down to the mat. Step it through. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale. Rising all the way up. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Just take 2 breaths here. Inhale, arms rising. Exhale, folding all the way forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping right foot back. Beautiful. One more breath in here. Inhale, open to that twist if you like. Beautiful. If you want more, pivot around, step it back, side plank. One more breath. Exhale, coming all the way down, high to low plank. Use your knees if you need. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Awesome. Inhale, lift to tiptoes, stepping right foot through. Beautiful. Inhale, lift, crescent lunge. Mixing it up here a little bit. From here, you're slowly going to bring the weight into that front foot and then glide the body forward like so, arrowhead. Keep the shoulders nice and open, neck is neutral. One more breath. Inhale, lifting back up. Awesome. Listening carefully. Bring that weight back into that front leg. Straighten that back leg if it's not already. And then fly the body forward into aeroplane pose. If you've got the space without a wall, you can bring the hands up overhead for warrior 3. Really engage the core here. Engage the little muscles under the butt and keep the hips level here. So the temptation is to open out to the side. You want to keep the hips level. Taking one more breath. Exhale, float it back, crescent lunge. Nice work. Beautiful. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Step forward, half lift, and fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. If you're thinking, wow, what was that? My heart rate is high. That's about right. It's active yoga. Inhale, arms rising up. Exhale, swan diving all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Beautiful. Stepping that left leg back. Awesome. Inhale, open out through the chest, coming into that twist. Plant that left hand down. If you want more, rotate around, step it back, side plank. Beautiful. Draw the belly in. Keep the hips lifted. Keep everything in a line. One more breath. Exhale. Rotate it down. High to low plank. Use all fours if that's more where you're at this morning. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And take one more breath out. Inhale, lifting up to tiptoes, stepping that left foot through. Awesome. Engage everything, engage the glutes, lifting up, crescent lunge. The hips stay level here. The temptation is to have the right hip back here. Bring it forward in line. One more breath. Exhale, release the hands back behind the body. Arrowhead. Working strongly through the legs here. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, listening carefully. Let's come into that aeroplane pose. Weight comes into that front leg for the balance. Beautiful. If that's not for you, you can keep the back toe tapped on the ground. One more breath in. Arms might come overhead if you like. Let's take one or two more breaths here. If your arms are overhead, engage the shoulders. Keep them back and down, not up around the neck. Wobbles welcome, and slowly release back down to the mat with control. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Beautiful, and stepping it through. Half lift, and fold. Inhale, arms rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's build on here again. Taking a chance just for a little breath here. If you feel your heart rate is elevated, just try and slow down your breath slightly. Keep nice, even inhale and exhale. So you'll notice I often cue inhale and exhale. Keep that nice, slow rhythm of breath. And that's going to help control your heart rate as well and help you feel a lot calmer throughout the practice. Inhale, arms rising up, and exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale to fold. Plant the hands and stepping back, right leg. Beautiful. Inhale, open to that twist. Option to stay here in the twist or step it back. Beautiful. Side plank. One more breath. Option to lift that top leg off the floor. Beautiful. And release it back down, high to low. However you get there. All fours, cat-cow if you need. Exhale, back through to down dog. So it's those long, even, slow breaths that are going to help us feel calmer throughout our yoga practice. Even when we feel anxious and that kind of thing, feel a bit of anxiety creeping in our day-to-day, those long, slow breaths can help with that as well. So lifting up through the heels, stepping right foot through. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting up, crescent lunge. Exhale to arrowhead. Inhale to lift. Beautiful. From here, float the body forward. Hands might come around to the back. Beautiful. Wobbles welcome. Keep the hips level. One more breath in. Engage those little under butt muscles. Hands might be out overhead if you feel game. One more breath in. Slowly release back down to the mat. Crescent. Open out to warrior two this time. Inhale, flip and reverse. Keep the glutes and groin engaged. Back to center. And windmill all the way around to the mat. Lift the back heel up. Lower the back knee. And bring the hips back for a half Hanuman. Stretching into that hamstring. Taking one more breath in here. Inhale, roll the body all the way forward. Beautiful, lift that back knee, stepping forward. Half lift and fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping left foot back long. Inhale, open to that twist if you need. Well, open to the twist. Beautiful. And if you like here, step it back. Side plank. Shoulders stack over one another. Engage the glutes, engage the core. Option to lift that top leg. Engage the adductors. And release down to high plank. High to low plank. Inhale, chest comes through, open it out. And exhale, back through to down dog. Really engage the core here, engage the belly. One more breath. Inhale, lift to tiptoes, stepping the left foot forward. Awesome. Inhale, lifting up, crescent lunge. Exhale to arrowhead. Inhale to lift. And exhale to float. Aeroplane pose or warrior three. Beautiful. Keep that back leg lifted. Hips stay level here. One more breath in. And exhale, slowly release back, nice and softly. Exhale to open. Engage the core, engage the glutes, engage the groin. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, coming back to center. Windmill all the way around to the mat. Lower the back knee down. Bring the hips back, half Hanuman. And getting a stretch into that left hamstring here, the left back of the leg. Keeping the hips level here. Inhale, roll forward. Beautiful, tuck the back toes and stepping forward. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale to rise and exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands and stepping the right foot back. Beautiful. Open out to that side plank. Inhale, lift that top leg if that's accessible. And release it down. High to low. Inhale and exhale. Back to down dog. We're going with the right leg this time. Step the right foot through. Awesome. Inhale, lift. Beautiful. This time straight to that aeroplane or warrior three. Lift. Hands out overhead if you like. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly releasing, opening out. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, windmill all the way around to the mat. Lower the back knee, straighten that front leg. If you want a little bit more here, Your option is to walk that front foot all the way forward to the front of the mat. Use your towel, block, cushion, whatever you like. If you like a little bit of support, if you're not super flexy like I'm not. Awesome. If you need to stay in that previous version and keep the hips over that back knee, do that. Take whatever option works for you. I'm only offering options here. If you're feeling stable, you may choose to start to lift up into our fuller version of Hanuman or splits. Keep the belly engaged. Keep engagement through the glutes. This is a strong pose. Taking one more breath in here. Exhale, hands release back down to the mat and bringing it all the way back. Use your blocks or whatever you need for support, coming to all fours. Maybe pushing up to down dog. And then maybe walk, step or float the feet forward to the front of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale to rise. Hands to heart center. Let's go one more side and then we'll come down to the mat. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. Beautiful. Stepping that left foot back. Beautiful. Plant the hands straight to that side plank. Beautiful. Option to lift that top leg. Work the adductors. One more breath in. And slowly release down, high plank, high to low. Inhale and exhale. Awesome, taking 2 more breaths in here. Inhale, lift up to tiptoes, left foot steps forward. Inhale, lift, crescent lunge. Engage those muscles around the glutes and under the butt. One more breath in and exhale. Float the body forward. Beautiful. Aeroplane or warrior 3. Take your pick. Warrior 3 engages through the shoulders. Keep the shoulder blades away from the ears. One more breath in and exhale. Slowly release down. Open out. Warrior 2. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, windmill, back to center, all the way down to the mat. Drop the back knee. Coming into our Hanuman pose, your option is to stay here, or if you went there on the other side, slide that heel forward, back knee back. Use your support, block, whatever you have, and if you need it, otherwise just use your hands if you don't have anything. And lifting all the way up if that's accessible. We don't want you to try to push into a pose that doesn't work for you. So don't doubt your body. If your body's telling you something, listen to it. One more breath in. And hands release down to the mat. Awesome. From here, slowly walk that heel back. Use your block or whatever other support, coming to all fours. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's slowly release down onto the mat and lower down. From here, take a little bit of a chest opener or heart opener, as we like to call them. From here, 2 options. If you feel like that's all gotten a bit too much, just coming into a sphinx pose. So keep the shoulders away from the ears, keep all of this nice and open to protect the neck. Any stiff necks and that kind of thing, this might be your option. Stiff shoulders. And next option, if you want a little bit more, coming on down and hands might float behind the body. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Keep the toes, tops of the toes on the floor, feet pushing to the floor. Taking 2 more breaths here. Engage the glutes, engage the back of the body. 1 more breath. Exhale, release down to the mat. Sphinx pose, stay where you are, just up on the elbows. If you're coming with me and you want a little bit more still again, so your option is to do that second version, so the little locust pose, reaching the arms back, reaching the chest, shoulders to the sky. If you want more yet again, heels come into the butt, push the pelvis into the floor, keep the glutes engaged, and then reach around for the feet. And grabbing onto the tops of the feet, hands come around the outside edges, bring the feet back in towards center, and lift up into our upward facing bow. Shoulders come back, keep breathing, even though the belly pushes into the floor. Taking 2 more breaths here. Really open the shoulders, open the chest, kick into the hands if that helps you to open a little bit more. Keep the gaze facing directly forward if you can. 2 more breaths. Knees towards center. And slowly release back down to the mat. Release the feet. And maybe give the hips a little bit of a rock from side to side. From here, slowly rolling over onto your back. Maybe hugging the knees in towards the chest, maybe taking a little bit of a rock from side to side. Couple of different options here. So your first option, you may choose to just stay here or come into a happy baby. Your second option is maybe a supine twist. If you're feeling energetic again, if you want something a bit more active, then follow me into a shoulder stand. Elbows come onto the mat, hands onto the hips, and push the feet up towards the sky. Engage the core, engage everything to push up towards the sky. Take a little adjustment through the elbows if you need, and then push the hips back up. Beautiful. And some days your balance is just not there. If it's not, acknowledge that and work with it. Beautiful. Keep the gaze up towards the sky if you're in shoulder stand. Maybe start to lower the feet and knees over the head, getting a bit more of a stretch through the back of the legs and back of the shoulders. Obviously, if you've got any neck issues and that kind of thing, this is not recommended. Beautiful. Keep the hands on the hips if you're in this plow pose. And then from here, engage the core, slowly start to release down to the mat with control. Keep the spine in a nice long line. Beautiful. From there, maybe a little windscreen wiper from side to side. If you've been in a supine twist, please make sure. If you've been in a supine twist, please make sure you've done the other side as well. If you've been in shoulder stand, maybe bring the hands underneath the hips, extend the legs long, push the elbows into the floor, and release the head back if that's accessible. If you've got neck issues as well, I don't recommend this. 1 more breath in here, opening the chest, and then slowly release back down to the mat. If you've been there with me, your option is to take a supine twist or release straight back into Shavasana. If you've already taken your supine twist or you've been in happy baby, please come back down and start your Shavasana. Coming all the way into corpse pose, lying on your back. If you're being in shoulder stand, you came with me into supine twist, coming onto the other side with your supine twist. Taking about 2 or 3 more breaths here. And then slowly release back down onto the mat. Hands open up towards the ceiling. Let the shoulders drop down onto the mat. Let the chest remain open and let the breath start to deepen. Give your body a chance to rest. Expressing gratitude to your body for what it's done for you this morning. That was a bit of a challenging practice. So show your body the appreciation it deserves for carrying you through that. Showing yourself the appreciation for showing up this morning. Letting the body be supported by the mat, by the floor. If you've got time to rest here a little bit longer, please do that. Otherwise, bring a little bit of movement back into the fingers and toes. And then slowly rolling over to your preferred side, whatever that might be. Once you arrive, taking 1 or 2 deep breaths here. And then slowly coming up to a comfortable seat. So again, if you've got time to rest here a little bit longer, please do that. Otherwise, bring the hands to the heart center. My quote for you today is from Voltaire, who said, "Doubt is not a pleasant condition, but uncertainty is absurd." As you go about your day, trust your body, don't doubt it. Taking 1 more breath here. Bringing the thumbs to the forehead, and to each other we say, Namaste. Thank you for joining me today, guys. Any comments or questions, I'm happy to stay online and answer them. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Hope to see you again soon.